And oh, by the way, Tom Simpson, Jim Riley, Joe Zillig, Harry Race, Bernard the Chance, DJ Dave, Pearly Quinn, One Elton Anderson, Don Wiley, 1961, Oyster Cracker Man, Bitty Bathor, Blue Boy Boxes, GPS, Paso Robo, Rapist Night, Red Randy, Red Gordon and Ellery, Jim Hall, Bill Duvall, Hillbilly Squad, Ghetto Life, Paul East Coast Negro, Jonestown, Branch Davidians, Havens Gate, whoever else, All American Antilla, Joe, or whatever. Ellery's. If you must be gods of the earth that bad, and you think it's your inherent right, Miss Perlita of the turquoise supposed crystal ball of prediction. Remember, Bernard and Dave, if that's what you want, then that means you inherit all the problems of the earth, all the debt. This is what insurance companies and everybody loves, right? All the problems of the tech companies, all the problems of the military, everything. So it means, Perlita, as you keep asserting that you're God with Dave or the Robo Rapist Knight there, or Joe or Harry or Pickens Street, Jamaica Street, or whatever you guys have your faction set up with, 1961 Oyster Cracker Man, the Amphibious Baseman, Blue Boy Boxes in your little setup here, Carney Bernard, you inherit all the problems and debt of the earth. Okay, which means that the group of you owe a lot of people a lot of money. And so insurance companies love this kind of stuff. Banks, everything. So if that's how big of a crybaby spoiled person you're going to be yet again, Bernard, Carney Bernard, Karen, Fausta, Country and Western Cowboys and Indians, Dave, Perlita, LGBT, all that stuff, you guys incur all the, if you're going to override like every government entity, everything of every nation, then you incur all that problem. Which means you guys have to basically pay back all the debts and problems that you created, Bernard E. LaChance, LaFag of La Freeman, Seventh Heaven Harry Christian. You know, so when you announce your Yahoo dictatorship, Perlita, Karen, and Don Wiley, and so on and so forth, with Texas or, you know, Mexico or Spain, you mean since you're the dictator ruler of the earth that you just placed yourself in without, you know, caring about what anybody else thinks, Perlita and Dave, while you run mutilation torture fest to get it. That means all the debt, everything that you guys created, all the problems you inherently have to take, Perlita, of the planet Earth. And then you have to, for your performance that costs trillions and millions of your 19 trillion, you have to pay that back to the governments and, you know, the insurance companies, the doctors, the paramedics, the police officers, the military. See, the military, BICI, they're getting their golden. See, they needed that bigger paycheck I asked you guys for, so because they deserve it. And, you know, if you're not going to, you know, respect them, Perlita and Dave, you know, they'll find a way. So be careful, remote control Joe, and your torture chip, and your homing device in your story. Indian man, I guess I'll just use your own Indian, you know, way. And so, Joe and Harry, Tuckle Joe, you owe a lot of churches money, just about everyone, tons and tons of cash. And the military, the police officers, firefighters, all those who risk their lives, the fighter pilots. You want to make fun of the Blue Angels again, Bernard de la Carney? You have to pay back them too for the air shows, the Air Force, the Marines, all that stuff, the Army. Engineering Corps, the military bases that Ellery went around and, you know, did his thing, fix all the problems you guys created in Florida and Texas, Colorado, and here, New York, Michigan, you know, if that's what you're going to be, Joe. So if you think you own the earth, Perlita and Dave, you inherit all the problems with it. So that means you guys owe a lot of people money, tech companies, Intel, Google, IHS. So if you're going to make fun of the insurance companies, well, guess what? Can you do it, Perlita? Can you do it, Dave? Is the crybaby carny fit of Bernard? See, Bernard, if it's all Brian's and my fault all the time, and you think you're the leader of the earth, all right, and you think those accounts belong to you, the 999 account or the 187 or Mystified account, you inherit the problem, but that means you incur all the debt, all that crap, right? See, Bernard, you owe people tons and tons of money for your lies and your Carney story with Red Randy and, you know, El Cortez. You guys probably owe El Cortez a lot of money from creating problems. Pickle Park, football, all the problems of the sports. You guys got to pay all the medical bills. That's what an insurance company does, Perlita. If you're going to start trying to do your own insurance company, And you better have trillions and trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars if you're going to try to override the Hiltons or the Bowmans or the Kennedys or whatever. See why you don't want to do that? But, you know, you guys are the, you should have done sheesh, right? So also Robo-Rapist Night, since you guys have, like, you love your Fairmount there and, you know, Cemetery and Crown Hill. You guys owe them a tons of money, Joe, for implanting that shit where it didn't belong, Harry. Pickens Street, Jamaica Street. So as you rise up your regime, Oyster Cracker Man, All-American, Joe, Harry, Bernard, Robo-Knight, remember, as you assert to be gods, you guys owe the world and a bunch of nations tons of money for the wars and the damage that you all created to persisting that you're the Jehovah God, Perlita, with your crystal ball of turquoise when you're the fake god. And so I'm wondering why that your turquoise crystal ball didn't foresee that, youngin. So like I said, I think the military and them, I predict that Perlita and Dave will need a babysitter for the rest of their existence, persisting and professing that they're gods with the Robo-Knight and, you know, Ellery and all them. So they let you have it, Carney, Ellery, and Bernard, Joe, Karen, country and western cowboys and Indians, ghetto life, all that stuff, cults. But all the problems, even from those religious cults, you guys got to pay back that. So you want to really be a commie now, Robo-Rapist Night? And Joe, when you guys don't know what you're fucking talking about when it comes to that stuff? Because you incur all the problems that you guys created for Russia and Israel, too. So you want to make fun of the Jews, too? You want to make fun of Jewish Colonel Cove or Colin Powell and the Joint Chiefs of Staff? Because they'll give you guys the inherent problems that they've had to deal with. And then you guys have to pay everybody back. So like I was saying, you guys better have like 100 times the amount of the 19 trillion to pay back. So I would have just left it going while it was working instead of launching a war and an attack that you couldn't handle. Bernard La Chance, trying to take over cities and stuff. Because they don't really tell you those rules in the Risk game, do they? Or are you just pushing around square blocks still hoping that that's going to win? So be careful, Bernard. If you want to be Jehovah that bad with Joe and the Bidibet 4 and the NATO 4, you get it. But you inherit all the debt and the problems of the earth, and then you guys got to pay it all back. Good luck.